this is a great question. Kumo T, thank you so much for the super chat. Says hypothetical national championship question: what game plan could Michigan implement to stop Georgia's tight ends? I want the revenge game, but that looks like a serious problem. Good job and go blue. Thanks so much, Kumo T. And Dre, I will toss this to you to start.
Pray is number one.
Man, listen, it's
uh,
just
that
oh,
that
go ahead.
that's part of it. Now, look, hope is not a strategy. Neither is probably prayer. Um,
I mean, you can do those things,
you
but
could do it.
let's talk X's
Uh,
and O's.
we're talking X's and O's. But look, you know what? That's a tough question to have a really good answer for. Is because unfortunately, I think big athletic tight ends is a reason why they are a well sought out um, weapon on the next level. They're really, really tough to game plan for and to defend because they are the ultimate mismatch. They're they're too big for defensive backs to check. They're typically too fast for most linebackers, most not all, most linebackers to check. And it just creates an incredible mismatch. And now you're talking about two. I think Michigan, there's no game plan that could solely take away the Titans' effectiveness individually. But I think the main thing Michigan could do is prevent explosive plays down the field. Um, Try to keep Georgia behind schedule as much as possible. And you also have to have some kind of spy for Stetson Bennett because he likes to use his legs, especially this year. Um, and be very sound with your tackling. This Georgia offense presents a multitude uh, mismatches, and there's no one on a Michigan roster that is able to. You can put an assignment on Brock Bowers, for example, and say, yeah, Brock Bowers, for example, and say, look, this is your guy. There's no one on our roster, or let alone no one in the country that that can handle that assignment by themselves. So I think the main thing is, yeah, being very sound with your tackling, not beating yourselves, and just making them work for any points that they get because they will put up points. Now, I one thing I would take solace in is that regardless of what happens in the first half, Jesse Minter has been a wizard with his second half adjustments. So whatever Georgia does come out with in the first half, Jesse Minter will probably find some kind of I won't say shutdown deterrent, but some kind of deterrent in in terms of huge effectiveness in the second half of that game. So unfortunately, it's just that's just a very tough position to game plan for. If it's a great running back, you can load the box. If it's a great receiver, you can shade defensive coverage their way. It's the reason why tight ends are hard to cover. It's because, and also due to where they lined up on the field. It's very, very tough to game plan for.
Can you respond to this comment? GOJ says Bowers is a positionless player. His route ability is average. He runs two routes. The key is no free releases from the line. Make him win the routes.
Um, Positionless, I agree with that. I mean, he's unique. I think he falls in line. I'll be shocked if he doesn't become the next X type weapon in the NFL, similar to Travis Kelsey and George Kittle or something like that. Andrews,
Yep, Mark
on the
Andrews.
next Mark Andrews on the next level, because he's one of the guys where he's not just a threat just to catch the ball. He's a threat to catch the ball and then make plays afterwards. So, yeah, sure. Could his route running probably use some refinement? Of course. I think you can make that argument. You can probably make that argument for any tight end because route running typically is their number one strength. But he's big, he's strong, he's fast, and he's a danger to take it to the house every time he touches the football. So I agree. You do want to make him run his routes, but at the end of the day, you just want to limit his damage overall. You want to, and this is something. it's going to be hard with this two tight end set that they run it out there. But especially in the goal line situations, we do know that Jesse Minter likes to double the number one. He shows tendencies to try either shade or double the team's perceived number one option closer to the red zone. That's gonna be tougher to do versus Georgia, obviously, but that's probably what he's going to have to do. In key conversions, especially in the red zone. Just make sure that anybody else beats you but that guy. And being in Bowers.
The two things I'll disagree with is the route ability it's above average. Like I trust me, I've seen Brock Bowers carving up my team, and that he runs two routes. He also false. I think the biggest thing with Brock Bowers is I don't think he is the fastest tight end. I think there's going to be plenty of tight ends that test faster than him, but he's just so smart in his awareness of where he is on the field,
Yes,
where the defenders are.
Yes, what a good game speed does.
Yeah, but I would, but that's not why he wins though. That's the key. It's because he just has an awareness. Like he reads coverage really well. He finds a hole in the defenses. He does a terrific job. Yeah, he's unreal. Like most tight ends, I'm like, he can be a potentially, second round, third round. Like Brock Bowers is going to make a team use a top 5 pick on him, and I think he's going to be worth it. Absolutely worth it. He's terrific, man. He's fantastic. Yeah, he's unreal. He's unreal.